Good evening, exiles. November Bravo here. Welcome back to the downside, where we're making steady progress towards something. We've been following the stars, picking up strays, generally learning a bit more about our odd little family of misfits and miscreants. So, having just defeated Dalbert Oldheart, his son, and their triumvirate, the Fate, we now set out from the spring of Jomur. So, join me once again as we dive into the world of Pyre. So it looks like we've got a conversation waiting for us here in the wagon. Hello, Jody. After having defeated the Fate in a rather one-sided contest last night, you find Jodariel off on her own. You sense she wants to talk about your decision to exclude her from conducting the rite. Reader, you should know that I did not expect to be relegated to being a bystander in this. I respect your decision to exclude me in this case, though, at the time, I did not think the others would prevail without me. A lesson learned, even at my age. Now, if you would excuse me, we shall be departing soon. She departs to check on things outside. You sense that she has no misgivings about what transpired, and is more concerned at present about the missing minstrel. Right. Well, looks like it's time to move along. There's still no sign of the lone minstrel, although Jodariel tracks potential signs of movement east, the same way you're headed. You consider where to search for him. Alright, so we can go back through Glue Hive, or check out Fall Flat. Let's see. Jodariel believes the missing minstrel must have taken the same route you took earlier, or Hedwyn thinks the missing minstrel could have taken the opposite route to the one you took. Well, we went north last time, so why don't we go south this time? Let's see. As you travel through the barren wastes of Fall Flat, Hedwyn seems more ill at ease than usual. There is no sign of the missing minstrel. Fall Flat, the south route across the Jomur Valley, is riddled with barren rock and bone. Even the wild curs of the valley avoid the repressive heat of this place. Sorry about this, Jody. I had a hunch he must have come this way. Would that our hunches could be more dependable. But do not fear. We shall find him yet. Sounds like a hunch to me. More of a promise. You pick up bits and pieces of the minstrel's significance to your fellow exiles. He was there when they first discovered the Black Wagon, but they refused to say much more for now. Alright, let's see where we're going next. Stop the wagon. What? How come? Because of her. They're coming! They're coming for us! We have to be ready. We have to! Does she mean what I think she means? I believe so. Your fellow exiles scramble to prepare the wagon for whatever is out there. Once you help them settle in, perhaps you could learn more of their source of concern. Alright. Well, I guess we should prepare for the night. Something is approaching, and you and your fellow exiles need to be ready for it. They are coming for us. Well, that sounds ominous. They fear the scribes. They fear the scribes. I know they do. What's she talking about? What's going on? Howlers. Lots of them. Then what are we gonna do? They fear the scribes. Calm yourself, Ray. We shall give them a reason to fear us as well. We'll use the raiments and the books. Indeed. One of us can draw them out under the reader's watch. It shall be just like one of our rites. Headwind turns to you. It seems we need your help in this, my friend. We just need a volunteer to go with you. I'll do it, mister. Please, you have to let me. And the scribes, they will protect me. I know they will. Jodariel exchanges looks with Headwind. Each of them nods at you as if to signal their approval. Ray intends to help fend off the Howlers. Well, that's very kind of her. I guess we should prepare. I wonder what Howlers are. I think they're like feral drive imps or something. Oh yeah, that's not a good sound. That howling sound, it means they're here. Oh, by the scribes, they're here. Alright. So we gotta zap some howlers. Oh, cool, we're getting money for this? That's fine, thank you, I don't need help. Okay. Sorry, I've been playing a lot of Hades in between this and the last episode, so I gotta remember the controls. Okay. Well, it's cool. They give you a little, like, tower defense minigame here. So far it doesn't seem too bad. Although, I'm guessing by the end of this, they'll probably be becoming pretty thick and fast. Get lost. Still, not a bad way to rack up some cash. More, I think. There's many more. Oh, here they come, here they come! No, I should probably stay close to the sigil. Oh, wow. Sneaky. Thought you could get by me, huh? Your little life. Oh, shit. Ah! Oh, crap. No! Wait, come back. Damn. Well, I guess that didn't have any lasting ill effects. I don't... Is it over now at last? It is, I think it is. Oh, those poor and wretched beasts.
Huh?
Just then, Ray spots something creeping towards her. Who? What? Okay, I'm just gonna let Tizo voice act himself. He doesn't need my help. I forgot this is where Tizo shows up. He's one of my favorite characters. The howling subsides as you and your fellow exiles scramble out to check on Ray. You find her in one piece along with an unfamiliar little face. Isn't he the best? Can we keep him? Sorry if you heard any weird noise in the background just then. There was some microwaving going on. Anyways. You sense a depth of experience in this creature, at least judging by Drive Imp standards. In fact, you feel a connection to him. If you concentrate, perhaps you can derive some meaning from his calls and screeches. Let's see. Kiri, Kiriri, Kiri. Oh god, I love this little guy. The Drive Imp seems both excited and frustrated by something. Interact to try and understand him. You sense some pattern in the Drive Imp screeches. He seems welcoming of this. This Drive Imp seems to have history with your Black Wagon. You're beginning to understand him. The Drive Imp recognizes you as the new reader of the Nightwings. He's pleased to meet you. You can now understand this unusual Drive Imp. The drive imp seems satisfied at having gotten through to you, and you explain to your companions what little you have learned of him so far. No one argues against letting the creature come along. Inside the wagon, the other drive imps stare at him with something like reverence. The drive imp joined you. He seems to know his way around. Well, we should welcome him aboard. Right. And there he is. Seems to have something on his mind. You can see the little imp has made himself at home. He rushes right up to you. Your new imp companion seems very pleased to be in the wagon. He indicates he was able to find you thanks to the swarm of howlers. He has no love of howlers, and they know not to mess with him either. He has plans to set up a nest that should ward off any further trouble from them. He looks forward to the road ahead with everyone, and believes it shall be worth it. He seems to be saying he is happy to be back where he belongs, and he urges you to keep going. He bounds off toward his brethren settled in their wagon's rafters. Alright. Oh, that's right, I can't remember if I did this last time, so if anybody wants to check out Ray's bio, here it is. Alright, well, I guess we should get moving. The path to freedom beckons you to press on. I will press on. I will press on. Going through lick sand. I don't want to lick sand. Sounds gross. An arid southern pass towards the ominous cairn of Haub. Your new imp friend seems insistent that you take this path bearing east. Alright, let's see what he's got for us. Hedwyn orders the wagon to a halt somewhere in the rocky pathways of Jomir Valley. There's someone on the road. Be careful, everyone. The figure watching the black wagon from afar approaches, arms spread wide, although a hat and cloak conceal the figure's features. I have a feeling I know who this is. Then the imp rushes out towards whomever it is. The imp is very riled up at the sight of whoever is approaching, although in almost a joyous way? Tizo! It's good to see you, and you found the others, even faster than expected. Tizo is a venerable drive imp who seems to know the ins and outs of the Nightwing's black wagon. Yep, I was right, it's the minstrel. The imp called Tizo appears very pleased. The lone minstrel turns toward the rest of you. Hello. We have not met, but I know who you are, or who you must be. I returned as promptly as I could. Have you walked with the scribes themselves? Because I think maybe you have? Hello indeed. You had us worried there when you took off. I should knock him back into his slumber. I did not aim to cause you such concern. As soon as I awakened, I had to notify my client that the Nightwings have returned. Your client? Aye, my client, Sandalwood. He is your point of contact, as I understand. You did not find his wagon by mistake. Sandalwood, the apparent name of some mysterious informant of Hedwyn, Jodariel, and Ruki. Also, one of my favorite soap flavors? Scents? I don't know. So, what now? You continue down the path. That is why I am here. When we meet my client, he shall explain. For now, you have a job to do. I assure you that I shall not interfere. But I mean to accompany you. Would that be alright? Hedwyn and the others exchange looks. Welcome back, minstrel. You got a name? I am sometimes called Tarek. It's a pleasure to meet you, Nightwings. Tarek, the lone minstrel. He appears to be a traveling musician, yet seems to be connected to the rites. I was debating whether Tarek or Tariq, but I kind of like the sound of Tarek better. The lone minstrel returns to the Black Wagon with your fellow exiles. He has rejoined the group. Well, let's journey onward. So I guess we're going to, I'm guessing conduct another rite underneath this big-ass skeleton. The cairn of Haub is a foreboding sight. It is here that the next rite is soon to commence. Reader, if you have a moment, once we are settled on these grounds, I wish to speak with you in the wagon, at your leisure. Alright, so we got a new page as well. Let's check on the minstrel first. He's got his white lute, the lone minstrel Tarek's musical instrument, with which he chronicles great deeds through song. Oh, and we've got Ray's keepsake thing too. The bundle of sticks Ray insists on having in the rafters. She believes it brings good fortune. Alright, let's see what he has on his mind. The lone minstrel seems to have situated himself in the wagon. He's very still, not unlike when he was sleeping. Reader, I shall keep this brief, as you shortly have a rite you must conduct. You have read something of the Book of Rites, which means you may know something of my nature. Book of Rites, an ancient manuscript revealing a mystic path to freedom from the downside. For centuries, the teachings of the 8 scribes have been passed down through oral tradition alone. On the contrary, you know not what he means, and he soon senses this. Forgive me, for I spoke too soon. Suffice it, I have served the Nightwings for some time. Conduct the rites with glory, and you shall achieve what you seek. The lone minstrel nods farewell to you and steps away. Alright, well, let's check out this new page. The Rope Collar. In the words of Gul Gulathanian, the Master General. I knew it was a fool's errand, but my liege he would not listen. He instead insisted to pursue a certain treasure, a celestial orb, freshly fallen from the heavens in the reaches of the downside. He would be a living legend, if only he could grasp it, whispered in his ear that Kaelmer Rope Collar, his elder and most trusted aide. Would that I slew that man myself. His was a simple and yet brilliant ruse, to draw the Emperor farther from his responsibilities and toward his greed. Thus did the Emperor begin an expedition into the Forsaken Lands. He insisted that he go himself. Kaelmer Rope Collar. What a bastard. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot you can interact with the lute. The lone minstrel and his white lute chronicle the journey of the Nightwings through song. Using it, you may hear glimpses of your past experiences across the downside. Which piece of music do you wish to hear? Well, unfortunately, these only last while you're in the wagon, but, sure. Alright, let's see if Falcon Ron's got anything good for us now that we've got a little spare cash. Oh, hey guys, fancy running into you this side of the sand. So what can I do for you? Ron? How'd you make it all this way ahead of us? Come on, Mr. Greentail. You can't just give up all my business secrets, am I right? What I can do, though, seeing as you've been such a good customer and all, is provide for you a sample of a little something you might like. Here, check this out. Seeing as you bought that Mooncrest thinger from me last time, why, I'm just thinking you could use this. And I got more if you want. You received a pinch of stardust. It does seem useful. Pinch of stardust is a consumable item that raises the rank of certain talismans by 1. Usable once. A shimmering substance with mystical properties said to come from the heavens themselves. Thank Ron for his sample. We definitely should. Alright, well, let's see what he's got for us. So we got Ash and Coal. At the start of a right, the bearer's Pyre automatically gains +7. Cur Fang. When plunging into the adversary Pyre, bearer deals bonus damage. Lunar Glass. Ooh, that's pricey. 10% speed bonus. And after banishing an adversary, the bearer gains 1 soul, I think it's called. And some stardust. Let's see, Ash and Coal. A brittle clump of ash from a ritual pyre, still faintly warm to the touch somehow. A Cur Fang, an old tooth from a cur who no longer needs it. Though its owner is gone, her fiery spirit lives. Lunar Glass, a light and reflective bit of something fallen from the stars. It seems lighter still at night. And the lucrative contract, an old written order for some foolhardy wanderer to seek out some well-imagined fortune in the downside. Well, I think... Okay, so first off, we should definitely take this. It's so cheap. Ha! I know you're gonna like that stuff, guys. It's pretty, woo, you know what I mean? And if you want some more now, I know just the individual and his dad who can get it. Catch my meaning, yeah? Just stop on by some other time. I'm thinking right now, since the rights are easier, we should prioritize damage over safety. So let's grab the Fang. Alright, so who's gonna be who's gonna benefit most from this? Well, Ruki's a cur, so why don't we give this to him? And let's see, our Moon Crest gives us a 30% chance. That's pretty good already. So let's level this guy up. That had less of an effect than I hoped. Damn it. Alright. Do we want to grab this just cause? No, that's not really going to be worth it. You guys take care, okay? And thanks for doing business. Alright, let's commence the rite. You and your fellow exiles gather around the sacred site known as the Cairn of Haub. I never get tired of saying that. Anticipating the hour that the rites are to commence again. All is quiet for a time. And then, from out of nowhere charges in a gangly cur. He stops short and gives you a mighty sneer. Psst, that's Barker Ashpaws. Real piece of work. Just, don't make eye contact. Barker Ashpaws. He is a troublemaking cur who thrills in the defeat of the triumvirates who stand against him. Also has my favorite theme music in the game. Oh, well, would you look at this lot. Even got one of our own. Consorting with the two-leggers. You're a disgrace there, mate, you realize. Good to see you, Barker. You're looking well. Didn't know you knew about the rights. I know about a lot of things, my friend. For instance, I know you're going to be very, very sad after we wipe the floor with you here. Don't know whose back you scratched to earn yourself a spot on the high and mighty Nightwings there, but I'm going to make sure all of you regret it. Because, why not? Sounds good. Sounds good. The cur Barker laughs away as his pack stumbles after him. You hear them howling and cackling as the stars above begin to glow. Alright, so from what I remember, this is a triumvirate of 3 curs, so they're going to be quick. So...
Welcome, dear reader, to the splendors of the accursed Cairn of Haub. You shall find the downside grows less pleasant from this point. But first, There's a tradition to uphold.
Well, we should get to it then.
This time you stand against the dissidents. Even now they hunger to defeat you.
Well,
Perhaps not simply to regain their freedom, but to deny you yours.
that's just plain mean. As the stars shine down upon you, the pack of curs you stand against this night continue hooting and howling. Oi, come on you lot, let's boil some blood. Then Ruki pulls you aside. Look, chum, I don't know how to say this, but I can't go against these guys. Just trust me on this one, okay? You sense he means it. You make a mental note to ask about his history with Barker whenever time permits. It's alright, Ruki. We can take care of him. Begging your pardon, but if you need another to stand at your side this night, I have someone here whom I would recommend. Do not be coy with us, minstrel. Don the robes if you intend to stand with us. Oh, I did not mean myself. The rites are not for me. I was referring instead to this little one. A creature wearing tiny raiments appears at the lone minstrel's side. Tizo seems to be volunteering to take on your adversaries, the dissidents. Absurd. The imp knows the rites? He knows a great deal. So long as the Nightwings stand together, he shall be at their side. Though you need not take my word for it. Tizo, our adversaries seem to be preoccupied. Perhaps you might quickly show our comrades what you can do. The little imp peers at you. You sense his connection to the rites as he awaits your guidance. Alright, well, let's see what Tizo offers. Tizo seems excited to demonstrate some of his favorite tricks. Reader, influencing Tizo may take some getting used to. He's inviting you to try.
Another joins your ranks, and a mere imp. Although, no, it cannot be. And we shall see what comes of this new partnership of yours.
Tizo soon returns after imploding. So yeah, so we've got our first flying teammate. I guess kind of a spoiler to say first. That's right, I forgot you can kind of push around these little like I don't know, candle pucks on this this board. And he's got this nifty AoE effect for his cast. Unfortunately, it does take him out of action for a second, but he comes back a second later, so... It actually is kind of handy if you need to get him back to the Pyre more quickly. And, he has the cutest sort of a sprint cycle of any of your teammates. Just listen to that. So happy. Alright, let's move along. Well done as ever, Tizo. Tizo is happy to lend his support during the rites, if he could use his help. Oh. Well then, reader, who shall conduct the rites in the name of the Nightwings?
Who shall conduct this rite?
Yeah, he just said that. Okay, so Ruki's out, so I guess let's take the Fang back off him. Give it to... yeah, why not? Let's give it to Tizo. His flying ability will come in handy. I think we should put Ray up front.
Ray.
Let's see. Okay, so Jodi's got a little bit of enlightenment, but she could stand to maybe get a little bit more. So let's let her sit out this next one too. Headwind and Tizo. He's also got a nice big aura, which I love for defense. Alright, everyone ready? Let's show those curs what we're made of. Time's up, you swill. Come on, boys. Let's get 'em. Alright.
Commence. How's that? The Nightwings thus assert themselves.
Yeah, we do. We're an assertive bunch, we Nightwings.
The orb.
Oh, shoot.
Alas,
Huh, maybe I was wrong about how fast Tizo comes back.
Barker's on timeout. Their flame has died a little.
A little. Alright, so here we see one of the great things about Tizo.
Splendid.
You can just hover.
If I were that one, I'd be rather angry.
Let's go on the offense here. Mooncrust. That's right. Not today.
A mere attempt. As per the sacred law.
Yep. Alright, you lot, that does it. No more fussing around, right? My boys and me, we're proper angry now. Sorry if the microphone's hopping a lot.
Careful now. Your adversary Barker there seems rather fired up.
Yeah, well,
Whatever shall you do against so fierce a foe? Now then, vampire spotters.
oh shoot, I thought that was it. Alright.
Now end the ceremony. The orb is up.
Come on, Tizo, do it, do it, do it. Yes!
It is done.
It is done indeed.
The Nightwings
Alright.
prevail yet again. Accomplished effortlessly, I might add.
Well, we're pretty
The
awesome.
ceremony is complete.
Oh, wow, I thought... Did we just win? Did we just beat them? That ought to show them. Well, well. I'll be a heaping ball of dung. But I just can't believe you shoddy lot showed us the what for like that. My boys and I will have to take you just a tad more serious next time. Till then, you just be sure to tell old Rookie Greentail that yours truly, he remembers everything. You hear?
The rites do tend to teach something of trust.
Okay. Anybody level up? Probably not. Oh!
Something's awakened in the moon-touched girl.
The scribes, they whisper to me, they do, from time to time. Alright. So, let's see what we want to give Ray. Okay. So, we can give her an instant jump and sprint, or instant aura cast, almost instant aura cast. Let's see, this tree we've got... Aha, I remember this time. Tricks of the Rope Collar. Rights mastery is enhancing a savage's deftness and trickery. None could predict or outsmart Kaelmar Rope Collar, chief aide of the Emperor of Sar. Or the Grand Trader's Leanings. Rights mastery is enhancing a savage's aggression and persistence. The Rope Collar was an idiosyncratic man whose interests he kept to himself. Okay, so this tree looks like we've got movement, jumps and power jumps further than usual, slows nearby adversaries while sprinting, and if banished while jumping, she shall instantly return at the origin of her jump. Or we've got flings the orb farther and faster. Saluting. Oh, I always forget you can salute. Which is just kind of, it's like a taunt in a fighting game that occasionally with talents gets special effects attached to it. She automatically leaps toward the orb if no one has it, and while grasping the orb, sprints and jumps without using stamina. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. We're gonna go with Snapcast. Kaelmer Rope Collar learned to control his impulses, knowing it was necessary to his plans.
A devious trick from the rope collar. Enlightenment seldom avails itself to simple imps.
Tiso leveled up too. The imp feels solemn respect for the rites and all their myriad complexities. So for Tiso, we've got Secrets of the Accursed Imp. Rites Masteries unleashing an imp's latent and somewhat terrifying power. The diminutive imps of the downside turned out to be much more resilient than they first appeared. Or Flights of the Swallow. Masteries enhancing an imp's utility to the rest of his triumvirate. Without the aid of Haub the Swallow, the fallen Emperor Solium Mur would never have survived. So we've got Elusive Nature. So while flying or sprinting, he moves much faster. After casting his Implode ability, he returns much faster than usual. Greater AoE for his Banish. And Tiso deals an additional 10 damage. Or, if banished, Tiso drops a moon sign allies can instantly transport to from their Pyre. How does that work? If banished, Tiso automatically casts his Implode ability if he does not possess the orb. When saluting his adversaries, Tiso turns into a fast-moving howler or back. Huh. Wonder what that means. If banished, Tiso drops an improved moon sign that boosts ally speed and stamina. I think we're gonna go with this side. Yeah.
'Tis the influence of the imp scribe.
The accursed imp survived the downside, oft by remaining well hidden from its many natural dangers.
Until the next round.
Splendid was your guidance of the Nightwings, reader. Your fellows are fortunate to have found one such as you. May you find the freedom that you seek. Alright. After prevailing over the dissidents with ease, you return to the wagon to recover from the night's ordeal and figure out how best to proceed. Oh yeah, dissidents. A triumvirate of anarchists who conduct the rites for sheer thrill, led by the Kerr Barker Ashpaws. I like their sigil too. You alright, Rookie? I think so, chum. I just need a little time. Didn't count on Barker being caught up in all this. You don't owe him your conscience. Sort things out with him. You always do. I do not wish to interrupt, but the dark of night is waning. Reader, would you join us outside, please? You find Jodariel and the lone minstrel gazing into the sky above the valley, which is beginning to grow pale. You look toward the heavens. Oh, let's seek now our destination. So... well, let me see if I remember this. The Bog Star? Hey, I was right. Milith. Or Milithe? Milith, I think. The Bog Star. Burns bright over a fetid cavern in flagging hands. And while we're here, let's check out these other stars. Sagathol, the Olden Star. Star of the Whistling Prince. Those born under it possess a natural exuberance. Cassius? No, Cassius? Cassius? The Olden Star, star of the seventh Jester. Those born under it tend to be rather complicated. Pyre, the Olden Star, star of the Wooded Watcher. Those born under it are mysterious and alluring. Virden, the Olden Star. There are a lot of Olden Stars. Star of the Broken Bowyer. Those born under it are steadfast or narrow-minded. And Torvand, the Olden Star. Star of the Great Oarsman. Those born under it are cool, calm, and collected. Anything else? Nope. Alright, well. Guess we're heading north. Then it is as I feared. We are to press further north, beneath the valley, into Flagging Hands. A gloom-filled, desolate region of the downside, beyond which lies the sea. A fetid sprawl of noisome, festering, unpleasant adjectives. Basically a disgusting swamp pit. Lovely. The scribes are watching over us. They will protect us wherever we should go. Had you been to Flagging Hands, you would not say such things. The scribes have surely turned their backs on that place. If I may, the bleakness of Flagging Hands shall wear upon you, to be sure. I urge for you to take what rest you can, for you shall need your strength upon the road ahead. Your fellow exiles agree to turn in for the remainder of the night. At dawn, you shall have to press deeper into the downside. Alright, folks, I think we're going to call it here for now. And pick it up next time. So, for now, this is November Bravo signing off. And, yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Over and out.